Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So tonight I have a spiritual guidance message for the collective. If you clicked on this video, it's not by accident. There is most likely a message in here for you from your spiritual team, your higher power, your angels, or your ancestors. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from this deck here just to see what are the most important messages that you need to know at this time to aid you on your journey. Maybe a piece of advice, maybe a confirmation, just the most important messages that your guides have for you at this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message from your angels, ancestors, higher power, and your spiritual team. Wow. So the first message that we have here is spiritual giant. So whoever you are, if you clicked on this video, you have really, really big energy. I'm also getting very clearly, you may not be aware of this, but a lot of people are afraid of you, okay? They're not afraid of you, the person, the human. They're afraid of you, the spirit, okay? There's something very, very different about the way that you appear in the physical versus your energy or versus your essence. It's almost like people take one look at you and they know that there is something powerful backing you. So you may notice that when you walk into the room, the energy shifts. You may notice that people respond to you differently than they respond to anyone else. Whoever I'm tapping into here, you have this ability to really get underneath people's skin, okay? And that may sound very, very dramatic, but that is how your energy is coming through. It is very, very intense, but it's also very, very big. And I'm getting, it may throw people off a little bit because there's a difference in how you present physically versus how you make people feel when they're in your presence. If you've ever noticed that you get around people and they begin to shift, maybe they begin to sit up a little bit straighter, okay, they begin to fix themselves. There's something about you that makes people pay very, very close attention to themselves or their energy. And they may respond to you in this way without even understanding what it is about you. It's because you are a spiritual giant, okay? You have a very, very high rank in the spiritual realm, and people can feel this energy on you. For some of you, I'm also getting that this has been an ongoing thing since you were very, very young. So people may have responded this way to you even when you were a child, okay? And they really couldn't put their finger on it, okay? You may have a really, really intimidating aura. Even if you come off very beautiful, you may be very sweet. I'm even getting the word soft-spoken. People know that there is so much more to you, or there is something powerful backing you. And I'm getting that it is your spirit. You may also have a really, really protective spiritual team. This could be tied to your ancestors. I'm picking up on heavy masculine energy here. So you may have masculines that may have passed on, maybe a father figure, a brother, uncles. It's almost like you have a spiritual army around you, or like this very powerful hedge of protection that people can feel. And so when they get around you, collective, they act accordingly, okay? But if you're wondering how it is that you're being viewed, for some reason, your spiritual team wants you to know that you are a spiritual giant. You have this ability to kind of get under people's skin in a way that really, really sticks with them, okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is keys. And this is my favorite card that comes out because when you look at this spiritually, anytime the energy of keys comes through, it's speaking about access, okay? So this is getting a little bit deep. People may not only fear you per se, collective, they fear where it is that you're going, or they fear the level of access that you have. And this could be information, this could be physical access, maybe you have access to places. It's almost like because you have this very, very powerful spiritual team, you're able to go places that people cannot go. It's already clear that you have the power to kind of get underneath people's skin, but you also have this very, very powerful spiritual rank where you're able to move about in the world in a way that is very, very shocking to people. You may have made it through some situations that a lot of people still can't wrap their minds around. They still don't understand how you were able to get through a certain chapter of your life, to navigate some type of hardship, or to go through a specific type of challenge. It's because you were given the keys when you were very, very young. You are a soul that has the authority of access. So it's not only what's backing you in the spiritual, it's where this energy or these energies are taking you. And there's something about this energy that's both spiritual and physical. So this could be a stage in your life, collective, where you are gaining more access. A lot of doors are opening for you, okay? You're able to navigate from one timeline to the next timeline effortlessly. And it's drawing a lot of attention to you, whether you know it or not. I'm also getting new home. You could be getting a new car. But whatever it is that's manifesting in your life right now, there are a lot of eyes on you based upon where it is that you're headed, okay? Or a certain level of access that your spiritual authority has given you at this stage of your life. And I feel like this is unraveling in your life in a very supernatural way. You're receiving a lot of yeses. You're receiving opportunities that people may feel like are unearned. When you have this type of authority, when God opens a door for you, nobody in this physical realm can close it. This is the type of energy that I'm picking up on here. So there's something very, very powerful that's happening in your life. And it's almost as if your spiritual team, your higher power, these very, very powerful ancestors who are walking with you in this lifetime, they want you to know why your life is about to change, or you're able to navigate the way that you are. It's because you are a spiritual giant. It's almost as if you don't look at yourself in this way. But the way this energy is coming through, every single person who is around you, they know exactly who you are. They know that you are extremely powerful, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is same soul, different vessel. And collective, I have to be very, very honest. I really don't like this energy. I don't care for this energy too much that's coming through with this card here, okay? You are dealing with something really, really heavy spiritually. It's something that you may not talk about. It's something that may just be between you and God. But I feel like you've reached this point in your journey where you could be second guessing your power. You could be second guessing how spiritually protected or how loved that you are. So I feel like this reading is simply a reminder for you, a direct message from your spiritual team to either wake you up, to breathe life back into you, to really get you back facing in the right direction, okay? Because you've been dealing with something very, very cyclical, and it's spiritual. This is why it's completely unspoken. It's almost like every single time you turn around, you're meeting the same soul in different bodies. And anytime this energy comes through, it's speaking about a very particular type of energy. A narcissistic energy, a low vibrational energy, an energy that wants to oppose you in some kind of way. And when we look at this spiritually, this is the type of energy that can attach itself to anyone, your family, your friends, your lover, okay? And it's almost like once you've conquered one relationship and you move on and you heal, you could be met with this same energy in another vessel. You could actually be in this place right now. You could be asking your spiritual team or your higher power to help you navigate something that is extremely heavy. But it's almost like you've reached this point where your guides really, really want you to know what it is that you're dealing with. And I feel like this is touching on something personal. It's something that you don't really speak about. You could be around people all the time, but nobody knows what it is that you're really dealing with. Okay, and it's heavy. This could be ancestral. This could be something that's really hung around in your bloodline for some time, and it's showing up in different places. And you may be questioning yourself. You could be questioning your authority. You could be questioning how protected you are spiritually. But your guides want you to know that you are a spiritual giant. And honestly, a lot of this energy, it feels like projection. So I don't know what it is that you did in a recent past, collective. It feels like you really got under someone's skin. So if you feel like what you're dealing with right now is familiar, then you're absolutely right. There could be many people in your life who don't want you to see yourself how you are truly, truly viewed in the spiritual realm. And it feels like this energy is like shape shifting, or you may meet different people with that same low vibrational energy and wonder why, okay? It's because of who you are, but it's mainly because of how you make people feel. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is the silence speaks volumes. I feel like this is another thing about you that may really, really offend people. And it's not even like you're doing this purposely, okay? You could be someone who is very, very quiet or just very, very observant. When you walk into a room, you're not really quick to speak. You could be kind of by yourself. You could play the background. Something about your energy could be incredibly mysterious, okay? But right now, your silence is speaking volumes. You have people afraid because you don't really have this urge to over explain. You are the type of person who allows people to think whatever it is that they want to think about you. And that is incredibly triggering to someone that is in your energy field. For some of you, this could be multiple people. I'm also getting that you're keeping a lot of your plans silent. Whatever move you're about to make, it's almost like you received very, very direct instructions to be quiet. So now this energy that could be manifesting in different people. For some of you, this could be really personal because it could be a family member, it could be a lover, it could be a friend, okay? A lot is coming to the light when it comes to interpersonal relationships. But it's almost as if you're being guided to be extremely selective about this next level, about your level of access, about something that you're about to receive, whether this be a new home, a new car, you moving to a new place. I'm just getting this image of God handing you a key and just telling you to be silent. That's the energy that's coming through in this reading. And it's like people are responding to your silence. They're responding to your energy because you're not really giving them any type of verbal confirmation. So you're moving very, very smart at this time, collective. It's almost like you're being strategic with this blessing. And if you are, then you're definitely on the right path, because when you're in the beginning stage, when you're in this co-creation process, and you're being given access or you're being given instructions on your next level, on how to navigate your journey, that's a very, very personal time, okay? So people could also be watching you because they could feel like something's brewing. People can feel your spiritual team at work behind the scenes in your life, and they can be extremely curious about what's about to happen. You know, where it is that you're headed. Are they coming with you? But this feels like a really, really personal time in your life, okay? And this may not resonate with everyone, but I'm just picking up on someone in a collective that is going through kind of like a hermit mode phase. This is a very deep spiritual time for you in your journey. It almost feels like a sacred pause. So you could be taking inventory of your life. You could be at this place where you know that you have to kind of walk away from something that's not fulfilling you, a relationship, a location, a career. It's something about this energy that's been following you since childhood. that is very, very heavy. And I keep getting like narcissistic energy. And I'm getting very clearly, whatever it is that's being revealed to you in the spiritual, you're being guided to be extremely quiet about it. But because you have this really big presence, because you are a spiritual giant, your silence is still very, very loud. Okay? People know that when you get quiet, you're planning, you're plotting, you're coming up with something, you know? And they could be watching, trying to read your energy to figure out what's going on. Yeah, there's something happening within your relationship dynamics that is changing. You may get to the end of the year and look up, and a lot has changed in your life, specifically who you relate to. Okay? Let's get the next message here. Confirmation. The next message that we have is new chapter. It feels like you're being rewarded with this access, or God is handing you this key, because you've reached this very, very powerful place in your life or on your journey where you are being very authentic. And there's this quote that's come into my mind: life begins when you start telling the truth. So you are at this place where it's like you're having a review. You're looking over your life, you're looking at all the players, all the roles. You're being incredibly honest about the role that you play in other people's lives and the role that other people play in your life. Because the fact that this energy keeps showing up, that is very, very telling. It's almost like there's an energy in your life that doesn't want you to know that you are this spiritual giant. But it's already been revealed to you. Your spiritual team has already revealed it to you. God has already made it abundantly clear that you have this gift, that you have this spiritual authority. So all of this is being brought to your awareness because you are stepping into a new chapter. For some of you, I just keep getting this energy of relocation. You're being guided to go into a completely different territory where everything is new, where you can really be yourself, where you can really shine your light, where you can really stand in your power and connect with like-minded energy and like-minded souls. Because maybe you have outgrown the timeline that you're currently on. This is why you could be questioning yourself. This is why you could be questioning your gifts. I'm even getting, for some of you, you could be experiencing heavy delays around your manifestations. It's not you, it's your environment. Anytime that you are a highly spiritual being, your circumstances, your environment, the people that you are around affect you on such a deep level, way more than other people. So if you've been praying for a new chapter, this new chapter is here. I'm getting that you already received the key. If you haven't, you will be receiving a key very, very soon. For some of you, this will be multiple. And you're going to gain access to a chapter that really, really allows you to flourish. But it's almost like your guides wanted to affirm you in a way, to let you know that you're not crazy. What it is that you're picking up in your environment, you coming in contact with the same energy, you know, people watching you, people being kind of afraid of your power or afraid of your energy in a sense, that's not all in your head, okay? Your intuition is on point at this time. So definitely tap into that. If you are receiving any type of messages, I'm also getting something here about animal totems, lots of symbolism. Thank you, Spirit. I also just heard coins. So you may be finding coins around you. You have a lot of ancestor energy, particularly masculine ancestor energy is coming through with this reading. Someone who is incredibly protective over you. You don't have anything to worry about, but it's almost as if they want you to know what's happening in your environment and why you're being moved to somewhere else, okay? It almost feels like they want you to get ready to say goodbye to your old life. So if that's something that you've been praying about or waiting to receive confirmation about, then this is definitely your confirmation for that, okay? Let's get the last message here. Wow. The last message that we have is, who are you? Wow. So yeah, that energy of soul searching again. I'm getting that this is a question that you've been asking yourself consciously or subconsciously. Or if you haven't been asking yourself this question, you really should. Because when you think about it, who are you that all of these different energies have attempted to show up in front of you? The same energy in different forms to either deter you from your destiny, to bring you down to a lower timeline, to distract you, okay? This energy can manifest in so many different ways. But I feel like this is what the overall message is. Who are you, collective? Spiritually, not what you see when you look in the mirror, but your energy, your essence. You are a spiritual giant. And there are certain things that come with the territory. You are the type of person who gets underneath people's skin. You see them clearly. You don't see the flesh, you see the soul. You see the things that people would rather hide. And it's almost as if you've gotten to this place on your journey where the timeline that you're on could be very well collapsing. And this may not be for everyone, but there is such new energy. It's almost like an exchange that I'm picking up on. Something leaving and then you getting access to something new immediately after. So definitely pay attention to all of the spiritual messages that you may be receiving from your guides, in your dream states, from your ancestors, because there's something about you that's coming to the light, not only to the people around you, okay, but to yourself as well. And the more you tap into this energy, the more you're going to understand exactly where it is that you're standing on your journey. But not only that, it's going to help you understand where it is that you're going and why your particular journey may have been a little bit more challenging. Because there's something about your story that is extremely unique. Almost like I'm picking up on a soul who really shouldn't have made it this far. Okay, tapping into that energy that you've been dealing with, that really, really cyclical energy. But you did. And it's almost like your guides really, really want you to celebrate yourself for that. And the way that you're being rewarded is by receiving a new chapter, new levels of access, new home, new car, new career, a completely different life, it feels like. So I definitely hope that this message finds the beautiful soul that it was intended for. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to head over to Patreon to continue the reading. If you would like to join us over on Patreon for the extended readings, you can find all that information in the pinned comment below. You can also find information on how to book me for a personal spiritual guidance reading. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.